Alright. It's still not right. Is that better? That's better. Welcome to the stream. This week in Gran Turismo, we got some A-OK races. I'm really excited. So, for the daily race C, which is where all the bread and butter's at, we have a Group 1 race at Sardinia, Sardegna, whatever it's called. 20 cars, rolling start. How many laps is? I don't even know how many laps it is. But it is a Group 1 race, like I said, which is one reason why I am really excited, because I love Group 1 cars. I think it's going to offer some fun racing. So what we're going to do is go into some qualifying real quick. I've already done my qualifying time. I've had a lot of practice so far. And then we should be joining the race here shortly. And then for the daily race B, we have a Group 3 race at Dragontail Gardens. So that one will be a fun one as well. I haven't done too much racing on either of these tracks, so it's been a learning curve. But once again, I am just extremely excited that we have a Group 1 race all week long. So we will get some more practice in real quick before the race starts. It seems like the prime pick for this race is the R18. Patrick is here right on cue, as always. Patrick, we have exciting races this week. We have the Group 1 race on this track here, which is going to be a fun one for sure. I am beyond excited for this race because I got robbed of the Group 1 race the other day during the GT Nations Cup when I was disconnected from the lobby. So this will give me an opportunity to fulfill that hunger of Group 1 racing. So. Oh no, I gotta exit. I thought I entered the race, but I was in a qualifying time trial. Okay, so we'll join the race. I probably wasn't gonna get a lap better than that anyway. And then like I said, the other race is a Group 3 race at Dragontail. So I am really excited for these races this week. They'll be fun. And then hopefully, some point this week I'll be getting my new wheel setup and pedal setup. I am really excited for that as well. I have the Fanatec. I'm making the move from Thrustmaster to Fanatec. I got the Fanatec CSL Elite, officially licensed for PS4, with the F1 steering wheel and the corresponding pedals. So that one is that I'm really excited to get that in and see if that helps my lap times at all. For one, it should be a lot better feel, and I won't have to deal with this thing shutting down, which I think I fixed the problem with that. I think what the problem was I set my force feedback. I had that set too high, and it was putting out too much torque for too long of periods of time. Because if you notice, it was shutting off after long races, like on the last lap of long races. So I read up on it. It looks like that was a problem. So I turned down my force feedback, and it hasn't done it to me since. So I think that was the issue. Is it was putting out too much torque, and the motor was being overworked. But yeah, the next wheel I'm getting, I'm really excited for, and we will definitely be streaming that day. 30 seconds till we match up. I think the top 10 people were qualifying this race in like the high 125s. My best qualifying was a low 130, I think. But it is Monday, so here's to hoping that not too many people have set a good qualifying lap time yet, and hopefully a 130 will get me in a decent spot in my... Too much testicular torsion. Hopefully a 1:30 will put me in a decent spot in my rank, so let's see what I got in qualifying. Testicular torsion is no joke, man. Oh, qualifying. What I get? 7th. Okay. Alright. I don't know what the TS050 is. I think it's a Peugeot. And then the Porsche 919 Hybrid, the R18, the Hyundai 2025 Vision GT. Alright. We got some D rank people in this lobby. Got B, C, and D rank people in this lobby. Probably because it is Monday and there's not that many people who've qualified. 6 times fuel consumption and 5 times tire wear. Only required tire is the hard compound. So we'll see how this race goes. Ice Pick! I've raced Ice Pick before. I don't remember if it's been on this stream or if it was just another point in time, but I remember that name. Whoopsies. I think the TS050 or whatever, I think it's a Toyota. This is the corner that trips me up the most. On this track, since it's a road track, there's not too many of the standard double cone brake markers. So you have to really pick out your own reference point for brake markers on this track. And that's going to be a difficult problem for me. Ice Pick qualifying in 1st place. Yeah, I know I've raced against him before. Alright. Here we go. Group 1 race at Sardegna. Road track. Someone's even racing in the SRT Tomahawk. 13 laps, alright. At a minute and a half a lap, we're probably looking at like a 25-minute race. My traction control set to 2. That's what I've found easiest for me. That's one thing I can hopefully do better, is control my throttle positioning better more with my next pedal setup, and hopefully I can reduce the traction control down to... that was a really bad start, wow. Reduce my traction control down to 1. Get a little bit of... You got shunted. Alright. Well, we got our position back at least. But he's got a hefty penalty. Few penalties back there and a penalty in front of us. Yeah, see, that corner is tricky. Got shunted from the back, but that gave us a little bit of a speed boost, so I'll take it. Not sure where the penalty zone is on this track. Here's another corner that has a tricky brake zone. I'm gonna brake right there. Ooh, got him. I'm gonna get a penalty for that, a big fat penalty. 1 second. Someone else has spun out here. Guy in front of us has... Okay. That's a bit of a crazy first lap. That's one thing that makes it difficult, is that because there's a lack of double cone brake markers on this track, people are going to have trouble finding their brake markers, and people are going to have different brake markers because of that. So that's what happened there, was the guy in front of me braked a lot earlier than I anticipated, so I picked up the penalty there. So I'll be serving this 1 second penalty, but that does not affect us as we have a pretty good gap behind us. So we'll see what we can do from 5th place. We're up 2 positions on the first lap. Ice Pick, I think, is long gone by this point. Pole position is probably a big help on this race. That's a big help on any race, but it's probably very easy to defend on this race. Up into 4th place now. LMP cars on a road track, you're just asking for stuff like that to happen. So let's hope that we can stay lucky. Coming out of those slow turns, these cars have a lot of power, so it can be tricky to maintain them. Really have to manage the throttle through that turn there. We go into the last couple corners here. Yeah, traction control is really holding me back in that turn especially. I could have a lot better getaway if I had less traction control, but I am just not able to. I do not have the experience necessary to control the cars out of those slow turns without traction control. Let's hope that these two racing among themselves can slow each other down enough for me to gain a position. Looks like they just did have a bit of an accident there, as I missed a shift, so probably ruined that opportunity for myself. And we go off track. That could have been a lot worse though. So that was completely my mistake. I went in way too early on the curb there. Luckily we already have a pretty decent lead built up behind us, and now I went wide again. Okay. Need to regather myself here on this straight. That could have been a lot worse though. At least I didn't pick up a penalty as well. So let's just restructure from here and focus on what we have in front of us. And brake a little bit earlier this time. Try to maintain traction there and try to get a better exit. See my watch there. Someone's going through my Instagram and liking all my photos. That's one of my big things, is my watch always goes off during these races and I get distracted. Alright. Starting to fall back a little bit more in the cars in front of us. At one point we were up to about 2.3 seconds. Now we're up to a little over 3 seconds, so run wide here. 3rd place has picked up a 1 second penalty, so that's going to help us gain a little bit of ground. That 1 second penalty is really going to help us now that we've gained some time on him. See if we can make a move down turn 1 maybe. Oh, definitely. I have slingshot past him. We are up into 3rd place from 7th into the brake zone. A little bit of sliding going on into that turn. My tires are barely worn though. We're on the hard compound tire, so that shouldn't be an issue. He goes off. It's going to give us some breathing room. Need to work on that corner. Alright, I only have 3 laps of fuel remaining, so a pit stop is definitely in the future. And that's one thing I just realized. I don't know where the pit lane is on this, so I'm going to need to spot that out here in the next lap or two. That was really late. So if one tank... I'm trying to work out whether or not I need to do any fuel saving. One tank will last us, it looks like 7 laps. Then I should be able to keep it on the highest power setting through the whole race and have enough fuel to make it to the end. Alright, there's the pit lane right there. That's easy enough. He's really gaining on me back there. That was a sloppy section for me. He's really pulling on me. I'm going to have to go defensive on this turn, most likely. I don't want to get dive bombed. See if I can make time through this corner up here. Oh, he is right on me. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pit this lap, I think. Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me. I'm hoping this will give me enough fuel for the end of the race. It most definitely should. If not, I can fuel save. Alright, so we're coming out of the pits in 5th place. Gonna lose 6th and 7th here. Poor chap. I don't need to worry about racing these guys because they haven't pitted yet. The opportunity arises, I will overtake them, but there's no need for me to put that at risk if I don't have to. Very late again on the brakes there. I know the braking zone is somewhere between 150 and 100 meters on there. I'm having a hard time figuring out just where to brake. Oh, these guys still aren't pitting. Yellow flag up here. Alright, those two have pitted at this point, so that'll put us a 5th place coming out now. Contact here between these two. He's got a 2-second penalty, so that's going to give us that position, so long as I don't mess up beforehand. A little bit of wheel spin there for me. Maybe just starting to feel the wear on the tires a little bit, but nothing that's going to cause us problems through the end of the race. I have a feeling we're going to have to do maybe just a hair of fuel limiting, fuel saving. I'm reading 3 laps left, 3.1 laps left right as we cross the line for lap 11. We have 11, 12, and 13. So I might push it, or on my last lap I might just go defensive, switch down 1 power mode, and see what we can do from there. I think 3rd place is pretty much out of the question at this point. Definitely some spots on this track that I need to work on. But started in 7th, and we're hoping to finish in 4th, so I will take the positions gained. Ooh, someone's got a penalty up here. 1.5 seconds. See if that gives us any opportunity. We are for sure going to be racing this guy to the end, though. See if we can steal a podium. That's my fastest lap so far through that section. As long as I can hold it together. I have my power setting on 2 right now, so we are going to be a bit inherently slower. For that, it's in the name of making sure I have enough fuel. Bad exit through there. Let's see if we can keep it. Still my fastest lap up to this point. Hopefully those two will slow each other down enough to where I don't have to worry about it. I have 1.2 laps of fuel remaining. Let's see if I can keep it above 1 as we cross the line. That is my fastest lap. Go ahead and turn my power setting back to 1 at this point. There's a clean line through there. Alright, we're defending against the Canadian at this point. Bit of a misshift there, but nothing that slowed us down too terribly. 0.7 laps of fuel remaining. Got about half a lap left, so I think we're going to be just fine on fuel saving. Brake a little bit early here. Nice and controlled exit through that turn. As long as I can nail this last sector. Our fastest lap of the race so far. One on the last corner. 0.4 laps of fuel. Alright boys, I think we did it. I flirted with the grass there, that honestly scared me. Alright, 3rd place. Not a bad race. Up from 7th. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Look at that. 3rd place, podium in a daily race. When was the last time that happened for me? That felt good. Definitely got lucky on a few occasions. 29 seconds in front was Ice Pick. Man, that guy's a good driver. Nice, says Patrick. Thank you, Patrick. That was a fun race. And we have that race available all week long, so I'll definitely be coming back for more on that one. Meanwhile, we are going to qualify for this race here and see if we can knock that out before we end the stream for the night. Top 10 stars: Audi R8, Beetle, 911, R8, NSX R8, GT, RCZ, NS RCZ. It's actually a pretty diverse spread there. Usually top 10 stars, usually about the same car. I'm just very comfortable with the Beetle, in all honesty, so I might just roll with the Beetle for qualifying, get a feel for it. Or the Porsche. Patrick, I'm going to leave that up to you. Should I go with the Beetle or the Porsche? I await your response in the comments. Herbie. Herbie it is. Where's Herbie? Is this it? I can't tell if that's it or not because my face is blocking it. But I know I've used it sooner than those cars. Oh no, it's right there. It's right there. Peep the Mustang, by the way. The Mustang is dope. I love the Mustang. Alright, we're running with Herbie. Burpees fully loaded. Don't want to be an American idiot. Alright. Now I've done this track before, whereas the last track I'd never raced before today. I've raced this track before, but it was in group 4 cars, and it was one time. So, we'll see how this goes. Interesting section of turns there. I'm sure there's a lot of time to be found in those corners there. If you can keep on the accelerator as much as possible. Going to a hard braking zone down here. Thank goodness there's actually brake markers on this track, unlike the last track. That's you don't realize how much you need those until they're gone. Ooh, way too wide there. Gonna have to really adjust myself to the overall feel of the car as well as the gear ratios. Yeah, struggling with grip. Not as much losing it, but understeer, I should say. Struggling with understeer. Okay, there's no brake marker on that turn. Big ripperoonie. Gonna have to find my brake zone for that. Realized that way too late. Better now than in the race, though. Well, this lap time should be easy to beat. Ooh! Hop the curb. Hop the herb, am I right? Alright, we have 10 minutes before this race starts, so we'll be able to fill in a few more qualifying lap times. Really want to get the best running start you can here. Alright, let's see if I can handle this section here a bit better. Do a bit more preemptive braking. Much better line there. And there as well. That'll save me a lot of time. Alright, let's pick out a brake zone. As I miss a shift. We're gonna aim for like 100, maybe 125, that feels better. I thought the helicopter was a glitched out bird for a second. Where's my ghost? Oh yeah, because I crashed. So hey, we're up to 133 now. For a second I was like, okay, I know I'm not that much faster than the lap behind me. But then I realized the lap behind me was where I crashed. Honestly, I'm not sure about how the Beetle feels for this. I might switch over to the Porsche just to see how it feels. And then base my decision for the race off of that. I'll put in one more lap though. I can hit that last sector a little bit better. I think I braked a little bit early on that last turn. Alright, we're not going to gain any time there, so I'm going to go ahead and bow out of that. 133.7. I know that's probably a really rough lap time. So I'm not expecting much out of qualifying for this race, but we're going to real squick-like switch over to the Porsche, put in just a couple of laps with that, and see how that feels compared to the Beetle, and then we'll hop into the race. And we'll close out the stream with that. Lots of overtaking opportunities on this track though. On the last track there's not that many places where you can overtake. This track's going to be a lot different. Lots of corners where exit speed really matters. So maybe a bit more action on this one than the last. Ooh, way too late there. But we drifted out and make a save. Alright, I'm gonna give it one more lap. See if I can acclimate to it. Evidently, I'm just much faster with the Volkswagen. Patrick, I should have just trusted you. Because this lap, even though I'm faster than my initial lap with the Porsche, is not faster than the VW. So I must be a lot better with the VW. So we're just going to back out, go select the VW, and then hit that race up. Dude, I don't know if you heard of Davey504, but he's a YouTuber and he plays bass. And he had, whoops, that's the wrong race. He had like an internet bass rival with an anime bass girl. And he set this up for like a week or 2 weeks or something. But he did a face reveal as the anime face girl, and it's him. He was the anime face girl, and he did it just as like bait for a bunch of simps. And I guess a lot of people were pretty mad about it. It was pretty funny. I recommend looking it up. Davey504. And this music is my jam, I tell you what. Is that not beautiful? I can't even hear what I'm playing because the headphones are playing the Gran Turismo Sport music. So I don't know if this sounds good at all. Alright, 10 seconds. I'll stop that. What'd we get? Oh buddy, 10th place. Really, we're not too far off the pace though. We're about a second and a half off the, 1.2 seconds off the qualifying pace. Alright. Hit the warm-up. Everyone's in B class, it looks like, except for one lone C class man who is right behind me. I forgot to leave the pits. Too busy on my telefono. Trying to decide if it's better to take that curb and hop it, or just to cleanly go around it. I'm not sure. Alright. Patrick, I hope you're ready for me to get this 10th to 1st dub. I'm kidding, don't expect that from me. No names that I recognize in this race. But here we are at Dragon Trail Gardens in Group 3, qualifying from 10th place. Not sure how many laps, probably only 3 or 4. But we'll see what we can do from 10th place in the Beetle. The back half of the pack. Ugh, I'm starting from a nasty spot. Well, I should be on the straight by the time the green lights go. But I will be at quite the disadvantage. 5 laps here at Dragon Trail Gardens. Better get the dub. I shouldn't have said that. Alright, we're racing a Porsche in front and a FT1 behind us, better known as the Supra. That first shift is always crucial on these rolling start races. Alright, that was a bit squirrely going on in front of us. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets a little hectic at this turn down here. Hard braking zone. There's a couple bumps going on, it looks like. Penalties, penalties, penalties. That brings us closer to the top of the pack. That Porsche has made it all the way up to the front, though. That's interesting. I'm kind of limited. I know I'm slow through here, but I don't want to go into the back of somebody and get myself a penalty. I'm kind of forced to be as slow as they are. Contact, big contact there. Alright, we pick up a position there. Let's hope he doesn't go into us up here. Alright, so we're up 1 position on the first lap. Where's the penalty zone even at? It must be after that first chicane section. That is a tricky turn. That is just weird. Missed the shift a little bit there. Able to gain a position on the other Beetle in front of us. Purple sector. Run into the braking zone. Looks like there's a bit of contact here with the Beetle and the Subaru in front of us. I spin out a little bit though, so I lose that time. See if we can make a move. The Porsche in 5th place has a penalty as well. Racing line goes a little bit wide through there. Still purple sector though. Very wide there. That was a big mistake on my end. Too far back to be able to get a slipstream on anybody, so nothing really helping me there. Bit of scrap up here, it looks like. Really allowing us to catch up with them. This can only end badly, it seems, going into this turn. Oh my gosh, what happened there? Oh, and we're gonna come out wheel to wheel with the Porsche. We're gonna get out in front. It looks like he spun out. Wow, look at that. We're up into 5th place now. Having to defend from the Beetle behind us now. Alright, let's see if there's any possibility of attacking 4th place. Kinda doubt it unless he makes a mistake in that first section. But good racing so far. This Beetle behind me, though, is pretty quick. He's going to have a slipstream on me. We are gaining on the car in front of us slightly. He goes off, pulls out right back in front of 7th place, so that's going to give us some breathing room. Another purple sector for me, right into the braking zone. Alright, going into the last lap. Like I said, doesn't look like we're going to be able to make a move on 4th unless he makes a mistake. But it looks like we are going to be able to defend 5th place at least, so that's good. So long as I don't make a mistake. Alright, there ladies and gentlemen, we have the end of the race. I did not get the dub, Patrick, but I did move up 5 positions, which is not bad in a 5-lap race. So, what did we gained 4 positions in the first race. We started in 7th in the first race and got it to 3rd, and then we started in 10th and went to 5th. So, not a bad evening of racing. It was pretty fun actually. Had some more fun than I did last time I played this game because some just terrible time playing it last time. But this was fun though. So definitely gonna be hitting these races up later this week and more streams because I like these races. So hopefully, like I said, later this week I'll have my new sim set up, and we'll definitely be streaming that night at least. So thank you for watching. Thanks for the GG. I will see you in the next one.